They told you life slows down after 60, that your best years are behind you, that it's time to fade into the background. But what if I told you that's the biggest lie you've ever been sold? What if your most extraordinary chapter is just beginning? Hello, beautiful souls. If you're watching this video, chances are you've reached that magical milestone of 60 or beyond. Or maybe you're getting close and wondering what lies ahead. Let me tell you something right now. Your best years aren't behind you. They're right here, right now, and the ones still to come. I know what society tells us. We're supposed to slow down, step aside, let the younger generation take over while we fade into the background. But that's not your story unless you choose it to be. Today I want to share some powerful truths about staying motivated and genuinely happy after 60, not from a place of trying to recapture youth, but from embracing exactly who you are right now. Let's start with something important. Motivation after 60 doesn't look the same as it did at 30, and thank goodness for that. At 30, you were probably chasing promotions, proving yourself, building a career, raising kids, paying mortgages. That kind of motivation was exhausting, wasn't it? Now motivation can come from a much deeper, more authentic place. It's not about proving anything to anyone anymore. It's about living fully because you finally understand how precious each day really is. The first thing I want you to do is redefine what success means to you right now. Not what it meant 10 years ago. Not what your parents thought it should be. Not what your neighbor's doing. What makes your heart sing today? Maybe it's learning to paint. Maybe it's volunteering at the animal shelter. Maybe it's finally writing that book you've always talked about. Or maybe it's becoming the best grandmother or grandfather in the world. There's no wrong answer here. Success at this stage of life is deeply personal, and it's yours to define. One of the biggest secrets to staying motivated is having something to look forward to every single day. Notice I said every single day, not just weekends or holidays. This doesn't have to be something huge. It can be as simple as your morning coffee on the porch, a phone call with your best friend, feeding the birds in your backyard, or watching your favorite show. But give yourself something. When you wake up in the morning, there should be at least one thing that makes you think, I'm glad I'm here for this. Now let's talk about purpose, because this is where many people struggle after retirement. For decades, your purpose might have been tied to your job, your role as a parent, your position in the community. When those things change, it can feel like you've lost your identity. But here's the truth. You haven't lost anything. You've gained freedom to discover new purposes. Purpose doesn't retire just because you did. Think about what problems you care about solving. Think about who you want to help. Think about what knowledge you have that others could benefit from. You've lived 6 decades or more. You've survived challenges, learned lessons, developed skills and wisdom that younger generations desperately need. How can you share that? Maybe it's mentoring someone in your former profession. Maybe it's teaching kids to read at the library. Maybe it's sharing recipes with your grandchildren or helping at a community garden. Your purpose is out there waiting for you to claim it. Physical health plays a huge role in motivation and happiness, and I know this can be challenging. Bodies change. Things hurt that never used to hurt. You might not be able to do what you did at 40. But here's what I've learned. Movement is medicine. You don't need to run marathons. You just need to move in ways that feel good to your body. Walk around your neighborhood. Do gentle yoga. Garden. Dance in your living room. Swim. The goal isn't to compete with anyone. The goal is to keep your body functioning so it can carry you through all the wonderful experiences you still want to have. And please, please don't neglect your mind. Keep learning. Keep growing. Your brain doesn't have an expiration date. Take that class you've always been curious about. Learn a new language. Pick up an instrument. Try your hand at technology you've been avoiding. Every time you learn something new, you're telling your brain and your spirit that life isn't over. It's evolving. Social connection is absolutely vital to happiness after 60. Loneliness is real, and it's dangerous to both mental and physical health. If you've lost friends along the way, or if your social circle has shrunk, it's time to intentionally build it back up. Join clubs. Take classes. Volunteer. Go to community events. Say yes to invitations even when your couch looks more appealing. Some of the best friendships of your life might still be ahead of you. I've met people who found their absolute best friends in their 70s and 80s. It's never too late. Here's something else that keeps people motivated and happy. Having a routine but also breaking it sometimes. Humans thrive on routine. It gives us structure and comfort. But we also need novelty and adventure. So yes, have your morning rituals, your weekly activities, your comforting patterns. But also say yes to the unexpected. Take a different route on your walk. Try a new restaurant. Visit a place you've never been, even if it's just the next town over. Sign up for something that scares you a little bit. Life is too short for endless predictability. Let's address something that nobody likes talking about: grief and loss. By the time you reach 60, you've probably lost people you love. You've experienced disappointments and dreams that didn't come true. This is part of life, and it's heavy. But here's what I've learned from people who stay happy despite loss. They don't deny the sadness, but they don't let it consume their entire story either. They honor their grief. They remember their loved ones. But they also choose to keep living fully because that's what those people would want for them. Happiness after 60 sometimes means holding joy and sorrow in the same heart, and understanding that both can coexist. Gratitude is possibly the most powerful tool you have for happiness. I know it sounds simple, maybe even cliché, but it works. Every single day, identify 3 specific things you're grateful for. Not generic things, but specific ones. Not just I'm grateful for my family, but I'm grateful for the way my daughter laughed on the phone today. Not just I'm grateful for my health, but I'm grateful that my knee didn't hurt when I walked to the mailbox. Specificity trains your brain to notice the good things, and suddenly you'll find yourself surrounded by more of them. Stop comparing yourself to others. This is crucial. Someone your age is traveling the world. Someone else is running their own business. Someone else seems to have perfect health and unlimited energy. Good for them. That's their journey. You have yours. Comparison will rob you of every ounce of joy you have. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday, and even then be gentle. Embrace technology, but don't let it overwhelm you. Yes, things have changed. Yes, everything seems complicated now. But technology can also keep you connected to family, help you learn new things, entertain you, and open up worlds you never imagined. Ask for help. Take classes. Be patient with yourself. You don't need to master everything, just the things that enhance your life. Finally, and this might be the most important thing I'll say, give yourself permission to enjoy your life without guilt. So many people over 60 feel guilty for resting, for spending money on themselves, for doing things purely for pleasure. Stop that right now. You've earned every bit of relaxation and joy you can find. You've worked hard. You've raised families. You've contributed to the world. Now it's okay to do things simply because they make you happy. Life after 60 can be extraordinary if you approach it with intention. Wake up each day with purpose. Move your body. Feed your mind. Nurture your relationships. Chase new experiences. Be grateful. Be kind to yourself. And remember, you're not winding down. You're just entering a different chapter, one that can be filled with meaning, joy, growth, and adventure. Your story isn't over. In fact, some of the best pages haven't been written yet. So turn off this video and go live them.